Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to get access logs from Pantheon, from your site on Pantheon. So I'm in the Pantheon Slack power user group, and someone had brought up how can I read the access logs from Pantheon in an easy way. And so someone had suggested there's a script that a Pantheon person had written that integrates GoAccess which is a terminal app for reading access logs with Pantheon. And so I thought I would show you how this is going to work, or how it works. So it's actually really cool. So if you look, I have just my normal Pantheon instance right here. And then we're going to use two different tools. We're going to use GoAccess. So GoAccess is an open source web log analyzer. It's really great to read access logs and help parse through all the information that you might see in an access log. If you've ever seen one, you know that they're very cumbersome and there's a lot of information in there and they're hard to read through. Usually you're looking at access logs whenever you have some kind of error, or maybe your site's getting hit by some bots or things like that. You can also run it directly on a server, but in our case, we're going to actually use it locally in order to parse the logs on a Pantheon site and then put it into a report that we can read and view just like any of these. Another tool you'll need is Pantheon's Terminus tool. So if you've never heard of it, it's a great tool that the Pantheon uses that you can access any site on your dashboard with. You can also spin up sites, you can run tests, you can run drush commands. So it's a really cool thing to make sure you have installed on your computer. So I'm going to go ahead and install this really quick. I actually have Terminus installed already, but let's see if I can use Brew. If you've never used Homebrew, I definitely recommend using Homebrew on Mac. So if you're on Windows or something else, you might have to do it a different way, but Homebrew is amazing in terms of installing packages. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can just update it this way. And Homebrew is great because there's very little configuration you need. So actually, let's see if what version this is. Terminus version. Nope. Nope. HD version. Man. Maybe art. I don't know. Oh, anyways, let's make sure I'm authenticated. And I'm already in. So yeah, that looks great. So Terminus is installed. I'm assuming it's using the latest version. I honestly couldn't tell you what version it is. I also have a short version for just term when I need to do things. So I'll use that for the purpose of this demo. Now, the next thing is the script that was installed is this Nginx GoAccess Easy Launch script. So if you just look up Nginx GoAccess Easy Launch on GitHub under Albert Kosling, you should find it. It's actually it's super easy to install. If you don't have GoAccess installed, it's really easy. You can use Homebrew as well. Brew install GoAccess. And I am using the latest 1.1.1 package. So, I tried it with 0.9.8 and 1.0.2 and didn't seem to work. I don't know why, but we'll show you really quick how to get it set up. So in order to do this, you're going to just copy these lines and paste them in. This last line, what it's going to do is going to set this script to access.getLogs. This is really long to write out, so I actually changed mine to AGL. So I'm just going to copy these first 2 lines. So I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to go to just make a temporary directory. I'm going to paste these in there. So now you can see there's a file in there. So I'm actually going to do this. I'm just going to call it AGL. So now, instead of writing out access get logs, I'm just going to write AGL instead. So from here, what we can do is it's really simple. So if you've ever used Terminus before, it's a really simple structure. So I'm going to write term or terminus, and then, for example, if I want to run a drush command against the site, I can write drush. And then I can write the name of the command, so like status, or cc all or anything like that. I'll just run status really quick. And then we're going to pass in a site name. So this is the name of the machine name of your site. So if you look at this, it's going to be this name right here. So if you have a 2-word, say it was level -10 or level 10 in 2 words, it'll be level -10, but in my case it's not. And we're going to pass an environment flag. So in our case, we're going to look at the live site. And so if I run this, it's going to run a status on the site, and then it'll return back some info. Now, one thing we need to do before we run these commands is that if you read the README here, you need to make sure that these parameters or variables are set inside your GoAccess conf file. So we're just going to do this really quick. So Brew installs, Homebrew installs all your packages here. So I'm going to go into the version, and that's where it is. And if you read the docs, you will see if you're using Homebrew, this is where your file will be located, which is exactly where I'm going. So we're going to look through here really quick, and you'll see that I've uncommented the lines for the Nginx one, which is exactly what they need from the README. So it's this exact same information. And then the exact same one as well for the date format. Now the only one that's not in the default list is the log format. So I went ahead and added my own line in the conf file, log format, and uncommented that line. And then that's really all you need. And then you save your conf file, and then we're ready to go. So now if I run, so I'm in the GoAccess directory, just this temporary directory. I can now run AGL site level 10 environment live. Now it's going to go out and fetch the logs, and then save those logs into a directory, level 10, inside this GoAccess directory that I'm currently in right now. And then it's going to take those logs and it's going to parse through them to create a GoAccess report, visual report. So you'll see through all this information, it had pulled down all of these reports, all these access logs, and now it's consolidated them into one single access log file, because you're taking basically like a week's worth of timestamps. So you can see here, these are from December 11th. This is going from December 11th all the way up until December 27th. And now it's parsing through these log files, and now it's going to generate us a nice looking HTML report, which if you have a manager of some kind you need to report to, you can do that. So if you check it out, now we have this awesome little report that shows us exactly all the information we need. So it's from December 10th to December 27th. Here's the unique visitors we've had per day, the different files that have been requested, static requests, so what type of files being requested, what 404s are being returned. So for a Drupal site, of course, we have bots that are trying to access WordPress logins, things like that. And we also have, I think the best one, best information you can actually pull back is browsers, because under browsers it shows you the crawlers, and usually that's the biggest one that people get hit with. Most of the time when you're looking at access logs, it's because you have maybe something's bringing you down, and you can see the crawlers, 186,000 hits. That's number one, and so you can actually open these up and see exactly which crawlers are hitting your site. So you can, if you need to adjust your robots.txt file, you can do that. And that's basically it. So that's how we can use the Pantheon Terminus tool and the GoAccess as well installed in our system, and this short little script provided by Pantheon in order to generate some really great log files for anyone to view in your company. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to post in the comment section below and let us know if you need any help. Thanks.